Welcome back to another video. We've got a really fun junk deck, so if you're interested in playing junk and disrupting your opponent, I think you're really going to enjoy this one. Today's deck is made up of the Hood, Selene, Jeff, Ravonna Renslayer, Green Goblin, Viper, Shang-Chi, Sentry, Hobgoblin, Professor X, Annihilus, and Dr. Doom. Now let's go ahead and talk about the cards that are in here, and then we're going to jump into some substitutes. If you guys want to fast forward to where the games begin, y'all can do that as well, but let's go ahead and see what we got working here. So first off, obviously we've got the Hood. Very strong card in this deck, specifically because you can get that -3 power with the potential to send it over with obviously Viper or Annihilus, and then you also get the 6 back from it. So the Hood is ideal in this deck, can really make a big difference for you, especially if you end up tagging it with Selene. Selene will obviously subtract 3 power from the lowest power card in your hand and your opponent's hand, so that could either tag your Hobgoblin, the Hood, or whatever the lowest power card is, which you could hopefully be able to send over. And if your opponent is playing something like Iron Man or any of those zero-cost cards, Cerebro, or zero power cards, then Selene is going to be fairly disruptive and could easily make some people even retreat. Jeff is in here as just a good 2/3 that you can move around the board and also give you access to Professor X locations, as well as other locations where things cannot gain access to. We've got Ravonna Renslayer in here to allow us to play our negative power cards and Professor X early. So, if we have Ravonna Renslayer down, we can play Green Goblin for 2, we can play Hobgoblin for 4, and we can play Professor X for 4 as well. So, if you are able to get down the Hood and send it over, or if you're able to send over Green Goblin on turn 2, you wouldn't be able to do that. Next, we've got Ravonna Renslayer, which will allow you to send your negative power cards over to your opponent's side earlier in regards to Green Goblin and Hobgoblin, and it'll let you play Professor X on turn 4, which can actually be pretty nasty. Green Goblin, pretty straightforward. You send it to your opponent's side, and you just immediately frustrate them. Viper is in here mainly for the interaction with the Hood, but obviously, if you do play Sentry on turn 4, then you're going to be able to send that over if you don't draw into Annihilus, as long as your opponent obviously doesn't fill in that location. Shang-Chi's one of, if not the strongest card in the game right now. I would actually love to see Shang-Chi changed a little bit, because it can be a little bit overbearing and frustrating. Shang-Chi is a necessary evil within the game. Why don't you guys comment down below? How do you feel about Shang-Chi? And if you would change Shang-Chi, what would you do? The Sentry, like I said earlier, is a card that will allow you to send over the Void to your opponent's side with Annihilus or Viper, as well as giving you 10 power. So this card ideally can be worth 20 power, which is pretty significant. Hobgoblin, same as Green Goblin, send it over to your opponent's side. And then we've got this beautiful Professor X here that allows us to lock down a location, ideally on turn 4, but as you guys have probably seen before, you can play Professor X final turn to protect your Sentry as well if you're going up against somebody who's playing Zabu and you think that they're going to spend that 3 energy on Shang-Chi if they have Zabu down, of course. You can protect that with Professor X and then make another play with either Jeff or the Demon or something along those lines. Annihilus is in here to send over anything with negative power, and it can be pretty frustrating. And then lastly, I have Dr. Doom in this deck because I've been seeing Alioth lately, and Dr. Doom is a great counter to Alioth because a lot of times people just account for the power of Alioth on a location and don't expect a Dr. Doom. And so Dr. Doom gives us that potential to put 5 power into that location where I think somebody might be playing Alioth, therefore allowing us to win that location and spread out 10 power in other locations as well. Now, with that being said, the typical deck that you will see right now with this toxic meta is Alioth. Alioth is generally in this deck, as well as, you guessed it, the one, the only Galactus, ladies and gentlemen. But if you know anything about me, ideally, I don't like to play cards like Alioth and Galactus because I think they limit the game and they limit players' experiences. And so, for me personally, I don't like playing Galactus. It isn't even fun to me. So, beside the fact that I'm trying to protect the player base, I don't really enjoy the playstyle of Galactus or Alioth. It feels too easy, and I don't feel challenged playing those cards. But if you're somebody who enjoys playing Galactus or you like the ease of Alioth, then you can always throw those cards into this deck as well. Oh, wow. Okay, so we could go early Professor X here. I'm not going to play that because that goes against my Professor X. I'm going to snap, though, because I can go Ravonna, Green Goblin, and then Professor X. Looks like they are doing the exact same thing. This is not that much power. So it actually does kind of scare me. But we can throw this down, and then now I can go Professor X. Should be a dub. Yeah. Why don't we just go ahead and look at this because it's beautiful. All right, so Ravonna would let us play Hobgob here early. As well as Green Goblin. Well, Green Goblin wouldn't be early, but could be unexpected. Wow. They have no idea how bad it is for them. Literally no idea how bad it is for them. Go ahead and send this over. That's pretty solid. I really want to send this over too. I'll send it over now to the middle. And then I'm going to go Demon Jeff. This Hobgoblin is huge. Well, they're full there now. I think I'm gonna do this. I mean, I guess I'll do this and this maybe. All right, 1 and 2, and this should win for us, I believe.
Doom rules all. Doom rules all.
What In what world does that win? Like what?
Victory.
Man, and if I had played that Celine, this would have been a -15. Would have been a -15 Hobgob. Crazy.
Opponent snapped.
That's fine. We've got our Jeff ready to go. Don't really know why they would snap that early. Ooh. Definitely gonna throw this down because I can go Hobgoblin immediately after with the double. And then we can throw Jeff on it. Whoa. How many am I going to get if I do that? Nice. We can go Jeff. We really need to... So, seeing Zabu, there could be a chance that they have a Nihilus as well. So, obviously, we'll need to take that into account. No, okay. All right. Now, here's a question. Do we think they play it now? I can do this real quick. Yes, they'll get a little bit of power, but we're still winning in the middle, and they can't do anything about it.
Victory.
Oh, my. Well, there's that. But they could fill it turn 5 expecting the Annihilus. Okay, so Ravona, potential here for something bad. 1, 2. I would love to have priority so that hopefully we can... That sucks. It actually isn't too bad because now... Actually, that's great for us. Because we can go Annihilus. Oh, wow. Do we think they throw down a Hobgoblin over here? Because that would be hilarious. They could fill this in. In fact, that's what I imagine they do, but they're going to want to move their werewolf. Okay. Well, this is going to be a little bit upsetting for them. I should have snapped. Expecting the move on that.
Victory.
I should have snapped. I don't know if they would have stayed if I had snapped because it's obvious what deck I have. But still could have been worth it. Alright, we'll tag this real quick. That was a great card for them to get tagged by Celine. That is for sure. We'll be able to send Hobgob right here, though.
Snap.
Honestly, I might even Professor X over here on Quantum. Because I'll be able to move Jeff over here.
Wind, aid my hand.
I imagine they're going to try and go Brood or Juggernaut. If they go Jug, obviously we're in trouble. Okay, sick. Let's go ahead and play this right here.
All systems go.
I guess I actually didn't need... I probably should have moved Jeff over here, huh? Nope.
Victory.
Ah. Alright, throw this down now.
Oh, snap.
And I'll snap. Huh. Okay. I think I want to do this so that I don't get one on my side. Because I believe that's how it's going to work. Yeah, so now they're full and I don't even get one. Sick. I don't really know much of what that's gonna do for you, big dog. I mean, I feel like this should be a pretty easy win for us. They're not gonna put enough down right here. Yeah, I don't know what the heck they would do in this scenario.
Victory.
Oh, so they were banking on Limbo allowing them to play here on turn 7, and we just said, nah, I'm going to go ahead and not allow that. All right, y'all, that's going to be it for today's deck. Hope that y'all enjoyed. Let me know what type of junk deck you're playing if you're playing one, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.